My name is Faisal Hassan. I'm your Member of Provincial Parliament for York South-Weston, the first ever elected black member of Provincial Parliament for York South-Weston. Andrea Horvath and the NDP elected a team that truly represents the great diversity of this great province. And I could not be happier to be a part of that team. Every Ontarian deserves to see themselves represented in government and celebrated in the community. Almost 30 years ago, I arrived in Canada on my own, but hopeful for the future. I started working at Eton's and continued in order to pay my way through school. I earned a degree, I got involved in politics, I tried to make a difference. About 20 years ago, I moved to Weston. My story is a happy story. I have lived in Weston ever since. Over the last 15 years, life has gotten harder and harder for most. Our community grows each day richer in diversity and population, and yet people still cannot easily travel to work, access healthcare without being forced into hallways, afford to pay childcare, and sometimes our youth cannot drive or work in their own neighborhood without being stopped by police as a result of cutting. Every day we hear of one of our youth being arbitrarily and unlawfully detained. Of all black students in our province, only 69 out of 100 will graduate high school, and only 18 of them will go on to post-secondary school. It has become clear over the last 15 years as systemic racism continues to go unaddressed that black youth and black Canadians are not being given the same chance. Banning cutting is one of the many steps needed to address the imbalance in outcomes faced by black Canadians. As a proud New Democrat and member of the official opposition, I'll work with my colleagues and members of the community to build a province where everyone feels welcome, valued and safe, and everyone who calls Ontario home has access to the resources, supports and services they need to build a great life here in Ontario.